Hello everybody. About a month ago, give or take, my son went on a fossil trip where he got a whole bunch of crab concretions, a bunch of rock balls with crabs in them, or at least in some of them, and did a first part video. This is the second part video, and before I had time to edit this video, he had come back after 2 or 3 weeks and showed me the crabs he had been working on some of the concretions that we did not break open because we knew for a fact they had crabs in them and stuff, and we were able to kind of read them. And the last half of this video is me prepping one of those crabs for him. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, part 2 of Coleton's crab Conkin trip. This is the last dud spot. There were so many duds there, we don't have too high hopes for this, but I know there's good crabs there. Pop it open, son.
Nothing.
Another BFN. So, you can look down here, guys. That pile right there, those are all concretions from Oregon, a couple different sites. So, do another one. Let's try to find a good one for the viewers.
Non-preserved investment. It's the back end of a or an Enid. Not preserved the greatest. Most of the shells on this side.
No, that's not a Renenid.
No?
The crab is facing that way. And it may be just a carapace.
Oh, I see it. Missing claws, legs. Oh, I see it now.
But that's definitely savable for somebody.
That is true. We'll put them in the savable pile. There's a claw.
Sometimes you'll get a concretion with just a claw. I think every crab collector in the world has one. That's a claw and
a carapace. Definitely just mangled.
Yeah, it's Orbitoplex weaveri. Oh, show the. There's the carapace. Very off center. There's one of its arms outreaching with the claw, but man, that's not a very good specimen. Just not.
Put that in the savable pile for another day. Another mangled one. Very similar to that same thing.
You gotta
over
quit
there.
finding the mangled ones and find the complete ones in good condition.
I'm doing my best. Oh gosh. Just obliterated. Oh, there's 2 crabs in that one.
Ooh, a double crabber in the same concretion.
It is.
Super rare. That's gonna need some tender loving care.
Crab there. Oh yeah.
Alright,
big time.
here, let me turn this off. Okay, now we're back in business. I'll show you that double in a minute, guys. It's not very good though. It's in bad state of preservation.
Wait, no, I'm on it. Let's let this go.
Oh, yikes.
There's something in there. It just. Oh, moly. Oh, don't worry about that. Break.
Can some of these come from that little creek that goes to the river? With high sides when you first walk up it on each side? Really high sides.
Yeah, possibly.
As soon as you go in that creek, the crabs turn into garbage.
Such a nice break. There's nothing in it.
It's par for course.
Oh, it is. It is. This little break. Ooh.
Alright.
Pretty one.
Something.
You can see his eye socket in that one. Oh.
Boy, that's a big one. That's a monster. Okay, I gotta show people that. Okay, this is the one he just popped open. This crab here, this concretion, is from Oregon. You can see the carapace here. This is the front of the crab. This is actually its left eye, or eye stalk. Can't tell you whether or not there's a right one in there. Here's its right claw, its right arm. So it's going to be going, it looks like it's going to be going underneath the face. Here's one of the legs. There's 2 legs there. There might be 3. So this is one that's a good prepper. This spot right here is where a spine comes off of it. Here's another one with a spine, I think. So this piece has to be glued back onto that in order to save that spine and that spine. And of course this piece of leg. So, but this is a good prepper. Darn good prepper. And I would say this crab, for this species, for this site, is in really good condition. So, back to crab conch busting.
The round ones you never know about.
Okay, back to breaking up these concretions. He's got one with a snail in it, not a very good snail, a gastropod. He's just going to tap it and see what happens.
The wrong way. Oh, it's a snail! So cute. It has a barnacle on it. I'll hand it to you guys.
A gastropod. Oh, jeez, sorry guys. Oh, it's full of barnacles. There you go. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is the apex here. You can see all these barnacles in the concretion. That thing was covered in barnacles. But it's only part of a gastropod, so let's head it for the bucket.
Nice break. We're going the wrong way. Oh, what a piece of what? See that one. Another one, part, of course. Calcite. These are some cute little ones. God. God. Nice. Nice break. I don't know, piece of poop or dog. Got a single line, arm up the part between the claw and the elbow, whatever on the crab. While I was in there.
POTUS?
POTUS. Oh, nice break, I like that. It's the bottom side of a crab? Like a horwatz. I don't think you can show that to the camera because there's nothing to show, but I think that's the bottom side of a, I don't know what that is.
Just to show you what he's looking at. I don't know what he's looking at either. I'm going to look at it with my Optivisor.
I see like 2 little legs and some little shell, and well, it looks odd, that's for sure.
Pieces, that's for sure.
I'll keep breaking then.
That could be something kind of rare.
I guess. What a perfect.
So again, this is the one he just broke open. This is Orbitoplex weaveri. This is all the legs. 1, 2, at least 3, yeah, 4 legs over here. Here's the right arm, right claw, which is going right underneath the face. Not good, but the way it goes. Can't tell where this one's going. But here's the other pieces. So definitely a fixable crab. It's not as in good a preservation as the last one. You can see how a lot of the shell material is on this half and taken off of the actual critter. But it's a crab. It's a fossil crab, Eocene in age. Okay, back to busting up Oregon crab conchs.
I think is a smaller needle, but it definitely did not break right. Didn't break good at all. Horrible break. Not even worth showing the audience.
Yeah, that's the. You went right through it.
Yeah, bad.
And with pieces.
God.
If it didn't have any pieces, you could have glued it back together.
Tomatoes wood. This one's a little cute one. God, is that a cute little tiny crab like that?
No, I don't think so.
That is a large crab.
Yeah, I've got rid of my best one years ago. What's going on to not like to prep them.
We can deal someone that can't prep them.
I got the tool for it. I just don't do it. Like, just do old mice eggs. One shot.
Well, I've got the little ones.
But you can get a whole patty of mixing crab crackers the size of a quarter.
Jeez. I'm not feeling little something's all on these. That's breaking nothing. I was actually breaking this for fruits. Nice break for nothing. Nice break again. Tough one. Nothing. Oh, got some tomatoes, wood sticking out. And it's hot. You know what it is. There's that cute little one. Nice break for nothing. Nice break. Oh, there was a circle inside that one. More wood, and this one gets who knows. Oh, that one. Nice break. Ooh, nice piece of tomatoes wood. Big one.
It's Torito.
Is it? I've been sitting around my whole life for saying.
Don't feel bad. I called those nautiloids Arturia for 20-some years. Found it was Aturia.
Oh. Well, there they are from Oregon.
We'll be back. Here's a couple from that little pile where I put arrows on. Can't really tell which way that's going. I look at it this way. It looks like the top. This looks like the front and the back. This looks like the front. I turn it around. This looks like the front. This looks like the back. It's either way, but I know that's the top. And this one I marked because this is obviously the back. This is obviously the front. Kind of an educated guess that this is the top. But it's so small it doesn't matter. If you go down and hit the wrong side, you just turn it over and do the other side. So what we did is we saved the best ones for last, and now we're going to start popping open the good ones from Washington. There's the good pile from Washington, except for the fact that we took the ones that we could read out of there. You saw in the last photo where he had a crate of crab balls. Those were actually the best ones. You won't see those until he preps them. But these are a lot of misshapen ones, tough to read ones. The chance to find something good is not too good, but who knows? Start cracking those babies open. Just a bigger hammer.
I think so. I think such a bird. Looking good. There's something in there, but who knows? Well, I might grab it. Look at this all on one. Broke simple, broke nice, and I destroyed whatever's in it. It's a big old piece of a crab.
Hell of a nice color drawing.
Well, it's like there's a carapace one way, a claw kind of a different way.
Yeah, it's either two crabs, which is extremely doubtful, or disarticulated crab, which is very possible. I don't want it.
Won't show it to Brock yet. Some more of these weird ones. Those things I believe. That's great. That's a beautiful break. Not bad.
Gotta be one keeper in there.
Yeah, try to get rid of all these odd shaped ones first. We'll just for nothing. What? Not pretty odd shape. Nice break. Ooh! Not the greatest, but not the worst.
Oh,
You can see the carapace?
let's turn the camera up and take a close look at that baby. So this is the one he just popped open. You can see it's an oblong shaped type concretion. The crab is sitting just like that. And now upon looking at it, there's a piece of crab up here. It's never good to see a piece of crab not with the crab. And it looks like just a carapace with a piece of an arm is what it looks like. I don't see any rear end here of anything, no legs, no nothing. So for me, a guy like me, I wouldn't even waste my time on this. But it's not my crab, so it's not my call. So we're gonna go bust open some more crab conchs. Okay, let's get back to popping these babies open. Go!
Oh, nice break. Oh, that piece of wood. See, that's why you break them again sometimes.
Yeah, where's the rest of the concrete?
Let's get back together barely. I guess you don't need the rest because it's the top. Oh no, we need that piece. Where'd that piece go?
Always keep every bit of the concretion if you can.
Well, not if you're
I mean, you don't have to. They're your crab. You do whatever you want.
Damn, we're missing all the pieces we need. I got it right here somewhere.
Found his crab, you did break into one pieces.
Oh, we got bad news and good news.
We'll show you guys this close up.
That one goes
Okay, the one who just busted open, very odd shaped concretion. You can tell, I don't know if you can see there, there's pieces of crab in there, so that has to be glued back on. There's pieces over here, so that has to be glued back on. All this has to be glued back on. This looks like Meander campus with a what I call Heil Hitler claws way up in the air, but could be a cool crab, especially if it's got some legs. I'm not seeing too many legs, but there could be some there, but it's worth prepping, that's for dang sure. So Meander campus, here we come. And should be fairly easy prep, because you can take this piece here and just cut that just to save that little tiny bit of shell there. But hey, pieces, I'll tape that up. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, back to work. No more clowning around.
Yeah. Boy, if I haven't seen a shitty crab, I don't know what is it. You know, I can get off the choby. Not preserved the best. That's for sure.
Actually, it's not. It's preserved kind of nicely. It's just.
What?
It's just a bad spot in the concretion. It's not centered.
It's got like no shell on it. No, the shell just turns brown like that. Brown and weird looking.
He's just. It's just a crab carapace. That's all it is. Something I definitely do not keep. I don't know about what he does, but not for me. All right, back to work.
Back to work.
All right, back to work.
Back to work. Nice break. Suckers. This thing's getting every time a nice break.
Down to the last two.
Damn. Nice break now. No, he's a little mangled though. There's a crab. No, it didn't break right at all. In the
It
slide.
happens. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. You can see it went right through the crab, right down the middle of the crab, through it. So, what you do with this one is you take this other piece, you can see where the top is at, right there. Glue them together and just go down, and now you got your crab. Bingo, bango. Alright, last one.
Last one. Always the best one. Broke so easy. Oh, there's a piece of wood in there. Stop. What the?
And there you go, folks. Okay, I told the son I'd put these together a little bit and he can do the rest. So basically all I'm going to do is take some Starbond gap filler thick. It's just a different viscosity of super glue is all it is. And first do a dry fit. Fits pretty good, I guess. And not a whole lot of glue, just a little bit. And then just a little bit of pressure. You can see it oozing out the back there. So even a little bit of glue and a good fit, it goes pretty far. There's that piece. I would say the kid is missing a piece. Oh well, that's not my doing. Anyway, you can see how the claws are right up next. Well, this one's going underneath the face. This one's right up next to the face. Still a cool little crab, though. That almost looks like it goes there, but so that's the way that fits, and you can see how it's missing a little piece there. He was going through these pretty fast, I guess. I'm going to glue that piece onto there. Not much. Doesn't take much to hold this little stuff together. When this accelerator is dry, whatever it's touched, it's pretty much set once it's dry. And there you have it. He can take it from there. There's one Orbitoplex weaveri. And here's the tricky one. This has got 2 crabs in it. Now I gotta figure out where it goes and if any of these really small pieces are important. Well, that's gonna be a tough one. Anyways, let me do some studying. Okay, I can see that this piece goes right there, so just a little bit of glue. Like so. Now I've got to make my next plan of attack. My next plan of attack is that this carapace here is loose. So what I'm going to do, whoops, wrong glue bottle, is to just put some glue. That's way too much glue. All I'm trying to do is just get it on the shell here. Whoop, there's a piece of crab. There's part of the face. It's gone now. And then put this back into place. A little bit of pressure. So that when he puts this back onto apparently this piece, you can air scribe down, hopefully save almost everything. Alright, now then, next plan of attack. We know that this goes here. Yeah, that's a mess. But anything can be fixed. The real question is, do you want to fix it? That piece goes there. So you can see how this crab, which is upside down, this is the ventral side. This crab is also upside down because that's the carapace, so the ventral is up. Which means he wants to, well, that's going to be a tough prep. I better not glue that together. That's going to be tough. That might be as far as I go because he might want to study this, then glue it together to go on the attack. That way you can kind of visualize how it's going to be, how it's going to sit, or how they're going to sit, and then go on the prep attack and hopefully do a pretty good job. But these are tough to prep because the shell material is very soft. But still, you don't see too many double concretions where there's 2 crabs in the same rock, and that's a small rock. Of course, they're small crabs. But anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Here's one of the reninids he found. I glued this piece on here. He's going to need that. You can see this is the face of the carapace. It's not in the best of shape. You see that spine right there coming off. And this one over here, you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, that little tiny circle. That's for the other, well, that's not a spine. I don't know what that is. That might be something coming up from the side. But with 2 claws and lots of dangly legs, who knows what's left. It's a shame you don't see anything here. Anyways, I don't think these pieces here have anything important, but that's not my call, so I've always taught him to save all the pieces in case you have to, you know, who knows, you may not be able to see something and yet it's in the piece you threw away. Oh, it took me about 10 years to learn that. Anyways, hopefully his channel on YouTube is Fossil Hunter Extraordinaire, so if you check out his channel once in a while, you might see these things eventually be prepped and on YouTube. Right on. Okay, that was going to be the end of this video, but after about 3 weeks went by and I still hadn't edited this part 2, my son came over to show me some of the crabs that he had been working on, and I went through the box of stuff that he was that he had brought over, and I saw one that looked like it had good possibilities, and he just barely uncovered some of the carapace, and I thought, since he had helped me out with some firewood work and stuff, I might as well put a few hours in this and prep out a crab for him. And it lengthens this video by a good half an hour, but this is a good part of the video. Enjoy. I don't show this very often, but I do this a lot. As I am sharpening, I'm turning the handpiece at the same time. Nice and sharp now. So, these are some of the crabs my son found while he went on his Oregon trip. This is the last of this video of part 2. They're not all in the best of shape. They all have problems, but that's with most fossils. These are from Oregon. Oops, not sure if that's from Oregon or not. I think it is. There's a Meandrocampus. No, that's Mergacos. So I'm thinking the one that he's done the least amount of work on so far, because I can see legs over here and I can see legs over here. So it's got at least a 6-legger, and it's got plenty of room here for claws. So I'm going to attack this one for him. Show you guys what's going on, what I can do with one of these crabs here. But anyways, this is the crabs he found. Look at them all. Cool little fossils. All these little round balls. So, cleared my work spot. Got my air scribe all sharpened up, ready to go, ready to rip. And let's go find some legs. That rock is so tough, it chipped off the very tip of my styli here, the tip of this air scribe. That's some tough rock. That's right. Anyways, being able, I can see where these legs are coming out here. That might be one there too. You know, this leg right here is going to come and it's going to take a turn. This one's going to come over here and take, actually there's a piece of it right there, I think. So there's a stacked leg in there. I'll get him. I'll get him. Hope not. Alright. Gonna now attempt to follow out some legs here and get at least 2 or 3. Hopefully 3. The other ones are probably underneath the claws or something, or not underneath, but, well, I shouldn't say anything. So, got this leg coming out. Got something going on here, I don't know what. So there's one, there's two. One, two, there's a leg here. So there's three legs. This one's got a hollow spot in it, so it's got a hole in it. And then that one down there that I filled in. That could be, that may not get uncovered. So, got a leg on here. It comes to a stop, looks broken. This leg at a weird angle, but that doesn't mean anything at the moment. But it looks like 4 legs. It could be 3, 2.5. God, what do I know? I'm going to see if I can find some claws. But the crab is sitting like that. So the claws are a little bit deeper, I think. And looky there, left arm, right arm. So, got to follow those out, take off all this rock, expose the face, and start 3D'ing and cleaning up. Yeah, well, these little crabs don't take long. Okay, took a whole bunch of rock off right here. Exposed a little bit more of this part of the arm, a little bit more of that part of the arm. Now I'm going to take this down in front of the face and see if I can find the propolis over here, the propolis over here. Wish me luck. And looky there, right propolis and the left propolis. So, gotta follow those out and get to the pinchos, which top one is the movable one. That's the dactyl. The bottom one is part of the propolis. It's all one piece. There's the right propolis. Hope it's got 2 pincers. Sometimes the that movable one is gone. Not usually, but sometimes it happens. Heck, I've even seen the bottom one gone. Anyways, now I gotta remove all this rock and uncover that one. Go! There is the left one. Now I gotta slow down because gonna have little teeny tiny pincers, and I don't want to beat them up. Hopefully not. I got a couple, 3, 4, 5 doinks in there already. I don't like doing these smaller crabs anymore. Not that I don't like it, just they're harder for me. Anyways, back to work. Man, this rock is getting weird on me. Getting real soft here in areas, really bizarre. From so hard it took a chip off the styli, which has been a long time for that. But the good news, I don't know if you can see that or not, but right there is the brow of the right eye stalk, and there's the brow of the left eye stalk. Now when I do the front of this face, I'll leave rock there and take a smaller tool and hope that the eye stalks are actually in the eye socket, the eye stalk sockets. And if they are, I got a special tool. I'm going to try something. So cross your fingers, but I'm going to get back to work. So, some really strange rock up here. Really soft areas. I don't understand it, but You know, Mother Nature's funny that way, so it might be very difficult. It may be even possible if the tips of these are getting really soft. Ugh. But here's another something I'll show you. Right here is the right eye socket. Right here is the left eye socket. Now, whether the stalks are in there or not, I don't know, but I'll get in front of the face. I'll leave rock there in front of each one, and then I'll attack that with a smaller tool and hope that the eye stalks are actually in there. So, back to work. That's enough concentration for this old guy for today. Man, this is some funky rock, really just weird rock, weird ass rock. Sorry for the cuss word. 1, 2, 3 legs over here. Got a nice little claw arm over here. I'm gonna have to do some serious digging to see if I can find the propolis part of the pincers. And if you can look right there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. They're a little bit in bad shape, missing some shell, but overall that's everything you want in a crab, pretty much. 7-legger, rear end, both claws, carapace. I mean, come on! What more do you want? Anyways, I'll see if I can clean that up tomorrow and finish it up and make it look a little nicer than that piece of cow poop. Alright. Now it's going to be back and forth with these two air scribes. A bigger one and a smaller one. And not even going to attempt to use the big Super Jack, which is freaking huge compared to that. Holy cow. Alright. I'm going to start smoothing out and maybe find the bottoms of these propolises. The unmovable pincer, the bottom one. Well, as you can see here, let me get a pointer. Very carefully, I took the rock off there a little at a time, and I'm not finding any eye stalk. Not in that one anyways. The orbit, but that's about it so far. Oh, and I'm exposing the other part, the bottom pincer, the propolis part. It's not to the tip, but it's getting there, and a little bit of smoothing. Got a long ways to go for a little tiny crab, but hey, I don't mind. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little dark spot right in there, little teeny tiny thing, size of a pin, and I'm not talking the head end. So I'm going to just very gently go in there and see if I can find me an eye stalk. Wish me luck. I went ahead and took a still shot of this, and then when I get done with this tool, I'm going to take another still shot to see if there's a difference. See if you guys can see if there's a difference. Easy for you guys, but that was a lot of work. I don't know if you can see any difference in that or not, but if I remember, I'll put up the before and after picture of before I use this tool and after I use this tool. But I went around pretty much every little thing, got more of these tips here. This one, there's something wrong with that one. I haven't figured that one out yet. But the rear end came up a little cleaner. Don't know if you noticed that or not, but like I said, the before and after pictures will definitely tell you or show you. Okay, I got lazy for a couple days, haven't touched this, but as you can plainly see, I've got to take off all these tool marks, and I'll do that with this air scribe, which is the same thing I did to this. Then I might do some de-doinking, which is, I call these where the hits the crab, the stylite tip hits the crab, I call them doinks. None of them are really too bad, and some of those will kind of hide with glue. So I don't know if I'll, that's a bad one. I might fix that one. Anyway, I'm going to do this, maybe fix that, and sauce it up and call it good. And I got my Opti 5, my Opti 10s on, so I got to be right on top of this crab, which is why I've got this big block of wood here to hold things up, so I'm not hunched over and killing my back. So as you can see here, what I've done is I've cut me a line here. I look from this edge when I'm doing it. I'm looking from here where I'm doing it to where it's going to have to meet that leg, and so that's how I get my depth. And believe you me, I've done this. Sometimes I'll do a spot 2 or 3 times to make sure that it's right, at least to my eye, anyways. So now I'm going to take that line into the crab. Machine going. Ah, you piece of. It's slow going, but it certainly makes the crab look better. And there you go. Not perfect, but I do a little bit of cleanup still, I think, with that little tiny tool. Okay, I took lamp black and some burnt umber. Put it on this napkin here, just a little bit. Even that's way too much, but there's such a little amount of work to do here. A little bit of water, tiny paintbrush, probably may not even be small enough. I put some water on my plastic bag, my paint palette here. Mix up a little bit of, make it very watery. And then, whoops, hold the boat, everybody. So, basically all I'm going to do is just touch that. That's probably not enough color. And that's too much for that spot. And that's not dark enough for that spot. Not liking that at all. These are water-based acrylics, so you can just undo them if you want to, which comes in handy if you make a mistake. That's way too dark. Way too dark. Sometimes just wiping it with a finger can really make it look a whole lot better, which is amazing. But even this little bit of work, and I mean just a little tiny bit, is going to help. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is making some of those just disappear. And then with the glue, and I'll show you that in a minute here, when I sauce that up, I sauce it up with my, well, I'm just going to show you. Hold, let me get this cleaned up and So, what I do for my glue is I take Gliptol. I've been using this stuff ever since I quit using Duco cement, which was back in like 1992. That stuff wasn't very good. I've been using this stuff. It's just kind of the basic same thing as that Buttvar or Paraloid 76 or whatever it's called, where you take the little plastic pellets and mix it with water or acetone. I mix this with acetone to this very watery consistency. I put it in a shot glass that I've been using for 20 some years. Put my homemade lid back on. I use a brush that's hardened with glue, but when you sit it in the glue, it starts to dissolve pretty quickly. And I'm just going to brush it on the crab, the legs, the carapace, the claws, and it's going to look a whole lot better than that. course, that looks pretty good. But it's going to look better. I'll show you here in a minute. Anyways, get a load of that. That's a pretty nice little crab. Basically got everything a crab collector wants. Both arms, both pincers, almost all 8 legs, nice rear end, pretty good darn carapace, and one eye stalk. How cool is that? Okay, now I gotta give it back to the sun. Oh well, I had fun prepping it. So this is the box my son brought me with all the crabs he was working on. But now he's going to open it up and see this. He's going to have a slight heart attack. Yeah. Well, probably not, but that looks pretty nice. Plus he did a bunch of firewood work for me. So why not? At least I could do. So, there you have it. There's the end of another project.